Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if this is your first time being here. This is Empowered Gems Tarot. My name is Melissa. This channel used to be called Tarot by Melissa, so if you've been looking for me under that name, then you are in the right place. Today's reading is going to be looking into your next big life change or major phase that is headed your way or that you will be moving into. So in this reading, we will be working with Tarot, Oracle, and Astro Dice to look into what this next phase or life change may be. Remember that this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so messages will vary with how specifically they may resonate with each individual viewer out there. So as a best practice, if anything in your chosen reading feels confusing or doesn't really feel like it fits your personal situation, those are typically indications that those are not your messages. So just release them, let them go, accept that those messages are meant for someone else out there in the collective who is also viewing this reading. If you guys did want to book a personal reading, those are typically better for getting a more specific read on your own personal energy. If you want to book one with me, the link to my website is in the description box down below. I do also offer subscriptions on Patreon for $6 a month. I do post exclusive pick a card readings over there, voted on by members. So if you find sometimes that the general readings here on YouTube don't resonate, but you're not really in a position where you want a personal reading, Patreon can sometimes be good because it's a smaller collective that I'm tapping into over there. So more chances for the reading to feel like it resonates closer with you. All right. Well, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and select your reading. So we've got a choice today between 3 different readings. If you're drawn to reading number 1, we will be working with the Ship card. For reading number 2, we have the Envelope. And for reading number 3, we have the Pearl. So I want you to take a deep breath. Think about the next change or phase coming through for you in your life. Go ahead and select the card that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And when you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Ship card, this is going to be your message where we will be looking into upcoming changes, life changes or new phases coming through for you. So let's go ahead and jump in with our overall energies and the Astro Dice. So you guys have the Ship, which says directions and journey. You have the Cat, which says jealousy and gossip. Ooh, and then we also have the 11th house, community. Okay, so this life change coming through for you, group number 1, it does appear to be connected to the energy of community, the 11th house. Okay, so 11th house talks about friends, groups of people that we associate with, or community. For some of you, I'm hearing this could be connected to an online community with the distance energy being here of the Ship, right? So the Ship talks about travel, journeys, long distance kind of travel. So this could have to do with like community on the internet, but it could also have to do with you guys relocating or moving, going on a journey somewhere, traveling somewhere where community and groups are going to be highly significant. There is this energy of jealousy here with the Cat. So there might be something connected to this change for you where you might find that other people are talking a lot about you or kind of jealous of what you have. That's going to be something to watch out for, I feel, group number 1, because I do feel that a lot of my group 1 viewers are moving in a really positive direction with this change. And I think when we tend to be shining bright, the 11th house can also talk about our hopes and dreams, right? So maybe there's something connected to this change that is also connected to your hopes and dreams. And so I think a lot of times when we're in this really amazing space of like achieving our goals and our wishes are being fulfilled, a lot of times people can get jealous of that, be envious of what we have. Jealousy, though, and envy are a little bit different. We're going to see how it's playing out, but like jealousy is actually more of a possessive energy, right? So let's just kind of see. what comes through. What else can you tell us, Spirit, about this next big change for group 1? All right, so we've got Jupiter in the 10th in Libra. Wow. So this could be connected as well to expansion in your career, your public image, with the 10th house being here. And Jupiter is abundance. It's huge opportunities, it's exposure, expansiveness. Again, Jupiter can be connected to travel. It can signify with the 10th house, there's like a lot of eyes on you with regard to whatever this is. Jupiter is also connected to higher education as well. Philosophy, spirituality, religion, et cetera, et cetera. So all of those things could be connected to this for some of you. We also have the energy of Libra. So Libra is balance, it's partnerships, relationships, can also talk about law, beauty, contracts for some of you. This could involve signing a contract, but overwhelmingly, it just feels like this change is connected to you growing your community, whether this is personally or professionally. There's some sort of journey, some sort of travel connected to this potentially, and a huge expansive energy around your public image, group 1. So let's continue. What else can you tell us about this change, please, Spirit, for group 1? What else, please, Spirit, for group 1? And so, with that jealousy, that gossip card, I don't want you guys to worry. Like, you can watch out for it, but I don't want you guys to worry too much, because what I feel with this change, you're going to have a lot of eyes on you because you're highly exposed in some regard, right? And so you're never going to be everybody's favorite. You're never going to please everyone out there. There's always going to be someone with an evil eye toward you because they're not happy in their own life, or they wish they had what you had, or they want to possess you and keep you stuck in a smaller space versus this more expansive direction that you're moving in, right? So what else, Spirit, can you tell us about this change for group 1? We have the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy coming through again. Wow. Ooh, yeah, we've got the 5 of Wands. Okay. Oops, hold on a second. Let's grab one more. And the Page of Cups as well, with Judgment here. So it's kind of like Judgment signifies this opportunity to rise to a new beginning, to close out a chapter and move into something different. With the Wheel of Fortune, I do see this being, it's definitely a change that's stirring things up for you, right? Wheel of Fortune can sometimes be those external circumstances that we don't necessarily have a lot of control over. It's like the universe throwing us some sort of a curveball. But I do feel like this curveball is getting you guys a lot of exposure. You're getting connected with more people. And thus, that's where this 5 of Wands energy comes in, because I think you're more out there. You might have people coming for you or competing with you, or competing with you for something here. For some of you guys, if this has to do with like a new job opportunity, I think this is going to be a job opportunity where there is a lot of competition, right? Where you will have to set yourself apart from the rest in some form or fashion. But there's definitely a competitive spirit to this. There's definitely a lot of exposure here that I see that's kind of drawing in people who might be wanting to have a say in what you're doing, or wanting what you have. Okay. This also might be stirring up some conflict for some of you in your community for some reason. Like, I see you guys getting some sort of opportunity, some sort of contract, some sort of agreement with your career. Something that's going to be really expansive and getting you guys a lot of exposure. But I feel like through that, it's going to stir up your 11th house, your community a little bit, causing maybe some conflict there because of the change. Maybe people need time to adjust. But with the Page of Cups, this is a really beautiful energy of creativity, right? So something around this is connected to creativity, spirituality, artistic endeavors. All right, let's keep going. We're going to come to this deck next, I believe. So what else, Spirit, can you tell us about this new phase coming through for group 1, this big change coming through? Oh, wow. We have the energy of deceit coming through. Huh. And look at this, you guys. At the bottom of the deck, we had envy. There's definitely like an energy of that energy is there. That envy, that jealousy energy is there. We also have the door to romance, which is really beautiful. Some of you guys, this opportunity could be opening up a relationship for you, or very simply like a romantic relationship, or very simply it's opening up a door for you to be doing the type of work that you love, or connecting in a community sense with people you love, work you love, energy that you love. We have victory, so there is an energy of you winning. We have this cornucopia energy, which really echoes Jupiter's energy as well, where this is going to be very abundant and prosperous for you. But I just continue to feel like there is someone or something about this where like someone behind the scenes is jealous of you or gossiping about you, or maybe there's somebody that you guys thought was in your corner who might not fully be in your corner. Maybe they're the one that's kind of like competing with you. The other thing though, with this that I could see for some of my group 1 viewers is that this could be you kind of moving in silence as it pertains to this new opportunity, where you're not really telling a lot of people what you're doing because you're trying to avoid some of this conflict, which I can definitely understand, you know. It's kind of just like keeping your head down, making moves, doing what's right for you. But I do think there's something about this that's leading to competitive energy or conflict. Okay, let's continue. Group 1, what else? We have authenticity. Wow. Who I am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. That is beautiful. This is going to be an opportunity for you guys to really feel like you're living in the most authentic version of yourself, because I feel like with deceit being here, maybe leading up until this point, there's been something about the way that you've been living that has been in the shadows, right? That you haven't been revealing or you haven't been super open about with people. And so there is something about this next change or phase in your life that is helping you to embrace your authenticity, your authentic truth. And maybe that's part of like why this conflict is being stirred up here. Okay, let's see. We also have justice. By the power of 3 by 3, Mott deliver justice to me. That's coming up twice now with Libra. So again, there's something about balance, harmony, doing the right thing that's connected to this. Or I feel like some of you guys could be signing on some sort of a contract here as well. Something legal. Okay. What else, Spirit, can you tell us about this change coming through for group 1? We have creativity. Have fun, express yourself in new ways, which makes a lot of sense with that Page of Cups. if this is work, it's definitely something that's allowing you the opportunity to be creative and to be expressive in a way that you haven't been able to do thus far. Okay. We have energy activation. Connect to the divine through meditation or prayer. So maybe that is what Spirit is telling you or like advising you to do to combat some of the competitive energy that's here. We do also have obsession, focusing too much on one situation, the need to take a step back. To me, there's something with that jealousy that's connected to this, you guys. We have confession, releasing a secret, pursuing virtue through honesty. So there's something connected to this that's requiring you to come clean about something. And I feel like you guys are going to know what this is because everyone's situation is different. It might be different for each of you out there. But there's something about this change that maybe you guys have been kind of obsessing over for a long time, or there's been a secret that you've been keeping, and this is allowing you to kind of come clean and be honest about something here. Living authentically, speaking the truth. But again, I also feel like there's someone here with jealousy and gossip that maybe this person has been obsessed with you. And I think that part of this change is allowing you to kind of move away from that a little bit. Because we did have the energy of harmony here at the bottom of the deck. As I create, I will share harmony divine with love and care. So whatever you're creating, I feel like the intention here is harmony. Harmony in relationships, harmony in your community, right? That's what you're pursuing within this change. So let's close it out with some additional messages just to see what else Spirit may want you to know moving forward. Okay, Spirit, so for group 1, what else do you want them to know about this next change coming their way? We have no need to worry. So even if it's going to feel a little chaotic, Spirit is saying everything's going to work out as it should. Okay, let's see. We have reconsider. So I think there's just something here maybe like about this that you might have to really think through. Maybe something about the approach that you're taking or something about this conflict energy. Okay. And then we also have perfect timing. So the timing when this comes through is the exact timing that's needed. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys have been wanting this change or manifesting this change for a while because of these cards here of like, if you believe, look for a sign. We also have within the next few weeks. So I think this is going to be coming through pretty quickly for you, group 1. It feels like this new phase is about being yourself, living authentically, making friends, connecting with a new community. I think some of you guys could be moving, or there's something connected to the internet where you're expanding and getting a lot of exposure publicly through your career or your creative endeavors here. And through all of this, I think you'll probably be experiencing some people who are jealous or envious or gossiping about you. But it's beautiful because even though there is that conflict due to that, you're getting to walk through a new door that's allowing you to be creative with the work that you're doing or the approach that you're taking to this, which feels more authentic to you, group 1. So I think this is where we're going to close things out, but I'm definitely curious to hear from you in the comments. What do you feel this change is referring to in your life? What plans have you guys been making? Keep me posted, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the envelope card, this is going to be your message. So we're going to be looking into the next big life change headed your way. We're going to start with the Astro Dice and these pre-shuffled oracles to kind of take a look at the bigger themes here. and then we'll dive into this reading. So let's go ahead and see for group 2, please, Spirit. What can you tell us about this next big life change or new phase coming into their life? Ooh, so we've got the sun in Taurus in the 5th house. Beautiful energy. 5th house can have to do with themes around dating, hobbies, creativity, fun. We also have the sun in Taurus here. So this is an area that's being really highlighted and lit up for you as it pertains to this change. Taurus is a beautiful energy because it is an energy of like commitment, cultivation, really growing something, cultivating it long term. It can also be connected to, like, when I think of Taurus, I think of luxury, I think of food, more sensual, sort of sensuous experiences, if you will. So in addition to that, we've got the envelope, unfolding and surprises. We have the anchor, stability and security. And then we have Saturn, structure, beautiful. 5th house can be children as well. I forgot that. So either like a creative baby, like a business or something like that, a hobby, or a real baby for some of you. All right, so with that Taurus energy and Saturn being here, I feel like this new phase is going to potentially come along with some stability as well. And the energy of Saturn and the anchor are kind of both saying this, but Saturn's energy is really about, as the card says, structure. It's about accountability. It's about having all of our ducks in a row. And with Taurus, taking like a more slow and methodical process behind how we're building the structure, how we're building the security, and thus how we are cultivating. Okay, so this is a regimented energy, even though it is connected to this fifth house theme of creativity and fun and passions and things like that. There's an element of infusing a little bit more of that structure here so that you can anchor yourself, so that you can really achieve stability through whatever this endeavor is. We also have the envelope here. So there could be something about like news that you're getting that's connected to this. I think of like a letter coming in the mail or communication that you're receiving. But the key words here are unfolding and surprises. So there could be an element of surprise with this that's coming through. I'm really drawn to that word unfolding though more because, again, I'm thinking of you guys really methodically working through, like laying down the foundation for something here and allowing things to unfold slowly over time in a way that, again, builds that structure that's needed here. Okay, so let's keep going. Group 2. What else, Spirit, can you tell us about this next life change or phase coming through for my group 2 viewers? Some of you guys may check your birth charts too to see where Aries is located in your chart, because Saturn just recently moved into the sign of Aries and it will be there for the next couple of years. That could also give you some clues as to where Saturn is really activating in your personal life as well. Okay, so let's see. What else, Spirit? Can you tell us about this next change or phase coming through for group 2? Ooh, we've got the 2 of Cups. Okay. We have the Hanged Man. And we have the Fool energy coming through as well. And we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So decisions are being made here around something, checking to make sure that you are aligned with the choices and decisions that you're making fully before making them, which makes sense with Saturn because, again, Saturn is that responsibility energy. For a lot of you guys, I think this is going to involve some sort of relationship of significance here with the 2 of Cups. So this could be someone that you're currently in a romantic relationship with, or a partner that you're with. Maybe for some of you, if you're single, this is talking about finding a partner, meeting a partner could be a part of this. And with the 5th house being about dating, I wouldn't be surprised for my singles out there if just through dating casually and slowly over the years, you kind of meet this person by surprise, right? So relationship seems to be significant here for some of you. We do also have the energy of the Hanged Man here. So there's an element of looking at things from a new and different perspective. Hanged Man is connected to the energy of Pisces. The Pisces energy can be a little bit more spiritual. It can be a little bit more mutable water. We don't have as many boundaries with Pisces. There can be a lot of illusion to it if we're not careful. So it's interesting that that card is coming up right underneath of the Saturn energy. Because again, there's something about this change for you that is going to require clarity of thought, right? And so maybe for some of you with this person, there's going to be a shift in the way that you view them, or a shift in the way that you view the connection here. It's interesting too, because for some of you guys with the Fool, I almost see like you becoming single or kind of being free of this. Like maybe there's a choice here between do I stay or do I go for some of you. The Fool is definitely an energy of new beginnings, taking a leap of faith, being free. You can still feel free when you're in a relationship, right? But maybe for some of you, that's what you're exploring here is like, what does stability in my relationships look like while still like, or what does freedom for myself look like? What does living my own authentic life look like, even if I'm in a romantic relationship with someone? So there's a lot of different ways that this could be playing out for you, group 2. So let's keep going. What else can you tell us, Spirit, about this next big life change or phase coming through for my group 2 viewers? We have the broken heart. Yeah, so I do think there's something that you guys are working through in a relationship aspect here. Let's see. We have the Magician in the Mirror coming through as well. Yeah, you guys, it does feel for some of my group 2 viewers that part of what's changing is that you're either healing a relationship, taking responsibility for your part in that. But I do think for a lot of you guys, there is something happening with you becoming single again, embarking on a new beginning here as an individual, learning how to create your own structure, learning how to create your own stability as an individual without a partner. Okay, so maybe for some of you, this comes as a surprise with the broken heart and the envelope, right? Like maybe you're not expecting this person to break up, or maybe you're not expecting this change in perspective. But there's definitely something that Saturn is coming in and saying, like, you're going to be accountable. You have to be accountable for your part in it, whether you end up staying with this person or becoming single with the Fool, right? Because accountability and seeing it from a new and different perspective, I feel is the only way that you all are going to be free, feel free in this situation. And I think there's also something connected to that accountability piece that's allowing you to kind of start anew and rebuild here. Okay. We have the Magician in the Mirror coming through as well. This card really talks about manifestation, and it talks about how our inner world is what's reflected outwardly to us in our reality, right? So how you feel about yourself, how you show up every day is a direct reflection of like what you create for yourself in life. So I do think that there's an element of this change, this accountability that's helping you to work on your stability as an individual person. Again, whether you're in a relationship or not, with this phase, as you move through it, there is going to be an element here of you guys taking accountability for yourself, right? Taking accountability for the way that you go about stability and security as an individual in your life. Okay, let's keep going. Whoop. What else, Spirit, can you tell us about this life change coming through for group 2? We have organization, purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me so easily. Some of you guys, I think, are working on your structure too. Like maybe part of what is causing strife in your dating and relationships or relationship of significance, group 2, might have to do with needing to take some accountability around planning and organizing. Setting intention, like being more intentional with what you do, Because I do think for some of you guys, you might struggle with this more free-flowing energy of the Fool, which is not very good at like structure and planning and organizing. It's just it's very free. So free that he's about to leap off of this cliff and not even notice where he's going because he's just like in such a vibe of a mood. You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing, right? I'm not trying to make you guys feel bad. I love your energy with this Fool here. But I do think that Saturn is challenging you guys to become more intentional, more purposeful in the moves that you're making, because I do think that there's something about a lack of planning and organizing and intention that is harming your relationships. Okay, let's see. We also have Destiny. All that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. That is so beautiful. Yeah, it's like with the Fool, you know, part of this, it is about finding yourself, group 2. I really strongly feel that because the Fool is authenticity, right? It's like kind of taking that leap of faith into the unknown. And the Fool is about us just like being unapologetically ourselves and just like, you know, we don't know what we don't know. So maybe sometimes we show up a little weird or silly in certain situations, right? Because we don't have the context yet. But I do think there's like a huge part of this structure that's coming into your life that's allowing you to kind of find yourself and to be free of hurt and burdens of the past. A big part of this is getting organized, but I also think just listening to your intuition is going to be super significant during this time as well. You guys have the Goddess of the Moon here at the bottom of the deck, and the Goddess of the Moon is about learning to trust your intuition. And maybe sometimes that's going to require you to take a blind leap of faith and to try something that maybe you wouldn't have typically done, right? But your intuition is nudging you toward it for a reason. And I think that's a part of what this Destiny card is saying, right? As you walk, as you make moves, as you take risks and chances and leaps of faith, you will see whether or not an opportunity is for you. You will see clearly whether or not you're on the right path. Okay, so let's keep going, group 2, and see what else we can get with regard to this big change coming your way. We have celebration. Good times come from hard work. Time spent in good company. That's what's up. Yeah, so it's like getting organized and working hard is going to result in rewards for you, group 2, during this time. We have release grudges, wounds, and pent-up feelings through healthy activities. Yeah, there's a broken heart here, right? So coming into this message, there is something that you all are healing from, or maybe there's been hurt feelings or a grudge or something you've been holding in emotionally that you are transmuting with this change. Okay. We have dedication. Stay dedicated to your goals, efforts that will reap success. So again, structure, accountability, getting organized is allowing you success. Being dedicated to those goals, understanding with the magician in the mirror that like what we put into something is what we're going to get out of it, right? So if we show up half-heartedly with something, if we show up with something too casually, the result we get might be more casual. If we show up really dedicated and intentional, planned, organized, with a purpose, and we don't quit, we're more likely to reach success. Okay, we also have expansion. Pursue bigger and greater endeavors, which makes a lot of sense with that Jupiter energy coming through. So new opportunities for expansion here for you, group 2. This is beautiful, you guys. So we're going to just close out your message with a few more cards just to kind of see what else Spirit wants you to know about this life change. I feel really positive. Like your energy is pretty high vibe in this reading, group 2. There's a lot of excitement that I'm picking up on here for you. Okay. Ooh, we have improving health. So things getting better, a turn for the positive here. We have don't stop. So there's further encouragement here from Spirit to keep going with your structure, with your organization, with your accountability. Don't give up. We also have It's Up to You, which makes a lot of sense with the Magician in the Mirror, because that's exactly what that card is talking about. What you do is completely up to you, right? What you put in is what you get out of it. This is beautiful energy, group 2. So comment below, let me know kind of what's been happening in your life leading up to this point and how you feel this message is connected to that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hey group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you guys selected the Pearl card, this will be your message, and we're going to be looking into your next big life change or phase headed your way. We're going to start with the Astro Dice and these pre-shuffled oracles to kind of get a sense of what is happening for you, and then we'll dig deeper in with the tarot. Okay, Spirit, so what big change, life changes are coming through for group 3, please? Ooh, okay. So we've got Venus in the sign of Libra, and it's in the 7th house. So, wow. For a lot of you guys, group 2, I think this could be talking about like a marriage or a partnership of significance here. Venus is the energy of love. It's in the 7th house of partnerships, in the sign of Libra, which can talk of contracts, you know, like marital contracts, relationships, and things like that. But for others of you, this could be talking about the energy of money with Venus, right? And that can be intertwined with marriage too, right? But this could also be interpreted as a way to earn money through one-on-one partnerships, or a one-on-one partnership of significance, and potentially some sort of a contract being signed. It definitely seems like one-on-one relationships are going to be significant to this change for you. So you guys had the hidden gem, the pearl, coming through. You also have the scales of justice documents, so that's being echoed again. Ooh, and then we have the energy of Jupiter, abundance coming through. This is super beautiful. I feel like Jupiter has made its presence known in every reading, which is kind of cool. Seems like a lot of you guys out there in the collective are getting some expansive energy headed your way. Although Jupiter isn't always all positive. Depends on what it's doing in your chart and what planets it's transiting over and all the things. But generally speaking, what I kind of feel this change is for you guys, group 3, it is something with Jupiter that's allowing you to expand, right? There's something connected to Jupiter. So connected to Jupiter, we have themes of like spirituality, philosophy, religion, foreign or long distance travel, international travel, or higher education. With the hidden gem, you guys could be learning a lot through some of those themes. But generally speaking, like this is bringing in expansive energy. So something being bigger, something being magnified as it pertains to like one-on-one partnerships, a significant one-on-one partnership, or contracts here, documents that you're signing. For some of you guys, you could be with Jupiter, there could be more than one significant partnership here. Whether that's marriages or business partners. You know, Jupiter can sometimes indicate multiples. So that could be part of this. Could even be like clients for some of you guys, right? Like getting more one-on-one clients. If you take clients on a one-on-one basis, that could be part of this. So let's see, Spirit, for group 3, what else can you tell us about this next phase or change coming into group 3's life? Okay, so we have a 5 of Pentacles. We have the Moon. Oh my goodness. Okay. And we have the 4 of Wands coming through as well. And we have Justice coming up again at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so what am I seeing here? For some of you, this could be like a ride or die type of relationship coming in for you with this 5 of Pentacles, because sometimes that could be the case when we see that, like 2 people sticking it out through thick and thin. Maybe that's the case for some of you guys that are married watching this. Like maybe you are sticking it out through hard times with your person, and that's a part of this new phase. But the 5 of Pentacles is really interesting when it's coming up here with like Venus and Jupiter, because Initially when I was tapping into the energy of this message, it felt like a lot of prosperity and abundance is coming to you. But the Five of Pentacles is almost like a lack mindset. It's like the opposite of that. Sometimes this can talk about us like falling on hard times or needing help, needing assistance, needing support. Maybe for some of you, that's what this is, right? There's an unclear, ambiguous phase that I see coming through here with the moon, you guys. And so perhaps for you, a part of this expansive abundance that's headed your way is around your ability to seek help when you need it, seek the resources that are available to you. With the Five of Pentacles, we've got the two people that are standing outside of the church, right? And the church is supposed to be like a metaphor for help, assistance, support. We've got the light shining down on them. But for some reason, they're not going in and asking for help. They're staying outside in the cold, right? Maybe there's a fear of abandonment or a fear of rejection that some of you guys are transmuting during this time as well. And maybe this is part of the reason why you haven't been in relationships, or maybe it's part of the reason why you haven't asked for help or support when you've needed it, because there's always like, when I was like talking through that analogy with the church, I was also kind of thinking about how it might not be the best example for everyone out there, because I know that there are people who have experienced like religious trauma in the church or had negative experiences in the church, not getting the help that they needed in the church, right? So I feel like there's something connected to that for some of you guys out there with this next new phase, because one-on-one partnerships, marriages, and relationships are significant, but I think that there is like this fear of abandonment that I see here connected to like why you haven't been in a relationship or why you haven't been asking for help if you need it sometimes, okay? But I think there's going to be an opportunity for you to learn from those experiences of the past with the hidden gem and be able to really transmute that energy as you move with the moon through an ambiguous time. Now, for some of you guys with these two cards coming up, I don't want to sugarcoat this. Like, I could see like mental health challenges coming through. I could see fears, anxieties coming through with this. And it's interesting how I was telling you guys at the beginning of the reading how Jupiter isn't always like inherently positive, like people say it is, right? Because it depends on where it's transiting the chart, or, some of the other placements or aspects that it's making to other planets, right? There's something about Jupiter's energy of abundance, like there's something being magnified here for you through relationships in this next new phase. Now, it's interesting because with the Four of Wands, I do see like this is the typical like marriage card, commitment. So for those of you that are already in a marriage, I think this could be a time where you're really working through some challenges with your partner. Certain things are being magnified so that you can work through those challenges together. It's probably going to test your commitment to this person. For my singles out there who were drawn to group 3, I do think this is kind of talking about working through the fears, abandonment issues, maybe hyper independence and things like that as you're out there interacting in your one-on-one partnership so that you can lead up to a healthy, happy, comfortable, secure relationship. So lots of ways this could be coming through for you guys, group 3, but let's keep going. What else, Spirit, can you tell us about this next life change for my group 3 viewers? Part of me also feels like there's a message for some of you guys here around choosing better who you associate with, because I'm also getting like this message here. We've got this girl or person here with like a broken foot. And it's like she's hanging out here with a person that's really not able to help her or offer her much. It makes me feel like some of you guys have been connecting with or associating with people who, deep down are not really able to offer you what you need in terms of support and security. And maybe that's kind of why you haven't had the best experiences thus far in love and partnership. So it's like raising our standards in this next phase is going to be important. We have the first chakra, Archangel Michael, coming through. So your stability, your security. For some of you guys, this could literally be talking about where you live as well. With this Four of Wands, home could be significant. Your living situation could be significant. There could be a period of ambiguity for some of you around leaving behind a certain place and moving into something more stable. We have attachment coming through as well, the number 5. Interesting. Yeah, that definitely makes sense with some of the like abandonment and things like that I was getting. There could be attachment issues here as well. But there's also an attachment here that's keeping you guys kind of stuck. And I think whatever that attachment is that's not healthy for you, with the first chakra, it's impacting your stability, your security, your safety. We have adjacent possibilities at the bottom of the deck. So this is telling me that there are other places that you can go, other possibilities out there for you in terms of like where you can live, where you can settle down, how you can help yourself to feel more secure and stable. It might not be the most obvious choice, but with the 5th chakra, if we communicate and we ask for help when we need it, abundance is there for you, group 3. So this is super interesting. Let's keep going. What else, Spirit, can you tell us about this next phase or change coming through for my group number 3 viewers? We have true love, come to me. True love shall come to me, as I do will, so mote it be. Yeah, I feel like you guys are manifesting a partnership, someone who can be there to really support you and provide stability and security at the same time. And then we have safe home. I cast this circle roundabout. Safety now is beyond doubt. So your home life is also connected to this. Group 3, we have romance here as well. For some of you guys, I'm wondering if like you're getting out of a relationship or a marriage and finding yourself single or kind of struggling because that support that you once had is no longer there. For others of you, I think it's just like you're manifesting love and stable partnerships, but you're also needing to find a stable place to live. I don't want to freak anyone out because the Five of Pentacles can sometimes talk about like really falling on hard times, like experiencing being unhoused, not having a stable place to call home. This card was making me feel like there could be other alternative routes that you guys have been exploring where you're trying to kind of get that security here. I do see it happening with the 4 of Wands. Like the 4 of Wands is stability, and with justice being here, this can be signing that lease or signing a contract for a house. Like that's getting you that stable, permanent, safe home. But I do think that there is something here around an attachment, an unhealthy attachment that you guys are going to have to work through during this time, right? Because I think what you're going to end up with might be a little bit different than what you want or what you're initially expecting here. It's just like figuring out like, where do I want to live? Where do I want to settle? Like, where do I want to be? And it's like with Jupiter being here, Spirit is saying there are abundant opportunities like all around you for this. But you just have to be willing to look or kind of think outside the box. What else can you tell us, Spirit, for group 3 about this next phase in their life? We have confession, releasing a secret, pursuing virtue through honesty. Maybe it's confessing that you need help, confessing that you need support, talking to someone, confiding in someone who can assist you. Okay, we also have awakening, a realization, shift, or discovery, which makes a lot of sense with the energies we've been picking up on with the pearl, the hidden gem. We also have wisdom, knowledge gained through experiences or from a wise counselor. So again, those one-on-one relationships, people are able to help you through this situation, group 3. But this experience, I think Spirit is saying, is going to make you wiser because you're going through what appears to be kind of a period of uncertainty here. But through moving through this energy, you're acquiring wisdom, that's helping you to be more knowledgeable and expansive. in your insight, okay, on life or on situations like this. We have sacrifice, giving up something now for a future reward. So that can be what the Five of Pentacles is talking about as well. Like maybe it's about letting go of something. Maybe whatever you're letting go of as it pertains to your housing or your relationship, it could be having a negative impact on your finances. But there's something about like holding out or doing this because you're holding out for something better. Like sacrificing now is letting you achieve something more stable in the future. So it's interesting, group 3, because there's like love stuff tied into this. There's housing stuff tied into this. For some of my group 3 viewers, I feel like this is about your home situation, your living situation. Whereas for others of you, I feel like it's more about finding stability in love and relationships and marriages. And for others of you, they could be kind of intertwined, right? Depending on your current relationship or marital status. But let's go ahead and see what additional insight Spirit has for you as we close out this reading. Okay, so we have the energy of unlikely. So maybe this is something you're attached to. That Spirit is saying you need to let this go. Okay. We have opportunity. There's some sort of an opportunity coming through here for you. You have to be open to receiving it, Spirit is saying. And then we have if you believe coming through as well. Beautiful. And we have big happy changes at the bottom. So ultimately this is leading to something better for you, group 3. But there's definitely some more difficult energy that I see you guys kind of processing through as you move into this new phase or change here. Okay. So this is what I see for you, group 3. Comment below. Let me know what's been happening in your life. Tell me if this is about housing or marriage for you or both. And I'll see you guys in the next reading soon. Bye.